Hey everybody, PattyAnne here again. Long time no see. Oh, let me get a sip so I can tick somebody off. Anyway, I got a friend here today. Actually, not just a friend, but my sister. Remember her? Jean Freda.
Hi!
Oh, we have a craft for you today. Stay tuned.
Supplies that you'll need. You'll need flowers, obviously, that you can get from your garden or maybe from the woods or someplace where you can just pinch off, maybe it's your friends if they say it's okay. Pinch off one of their little flowers to bring home. You'll need some press and seal, at least that's what I used. You'll need a little Pigma pen, and Jean Freda will show you that in a little bit. You'll need a hammer and your pre-treated fabric, which you've treated with the Bubble Jet 2000 set. Bubble Jet Set 2000. The other little crayon things at the top are optional. And let's see, I think that's it. So let's get started. So again, this is what I used, the Bubble Jet Set 2000. I did not use the rinse since I'm not going to be washing these. They're going to be wall hangings. You don't need to. But I followed the directions that were given on the Bubble Jet Set 2000, and it said, what I actually did was just put mine in the bottom of a cake pan. I put my fabric in there, and then I poured the Bubble Jet Set 2000 all over it and squished it around to make sure it was all really, really wet. Let it set for the 5 minutes as it suggested, and then I just hung it to dry. After it was dry, Jean Freda pressed it, which I believe she'll be showing you momentarily. So again, I'll have this product link for you down below if you'd like to try it.
So I've cut my fabric and it's been treated with this and washed it with this and let it air dry, and then we ironed it, and I cut it because I want it to be 16 by 20, and then I went out to Pat's Flowers and cut these off, so we're going to use some of these. Okay, so I've organized, sort of, my flowers in the way I want, and now I'm going to start pounding them to have the color transfer with this on top, the press and seal, onto this fabric. So, we cover it with this, smush them down
Best you can.
as best you can. And now, I'm going to start the pounding. You never know what you're going to get. You could wear earplugs for this part. Okay, so we've both pounded our flowers and made a mess. Here's the remains of everything. There's Pat's doings over there. PattyAnne.
Stop.
And now what we're going to do is dry it, and then we're going to use this Pigma pen on it to highlight some of the flowers and make it look more bouquet-ish on mine anyway. I don't know exactly what PattyAnne's going to do. Stay tuned. We're going to go have lunch, and then we'll show you the finished product.
Okay, on the left you'll see Jean Freda actually drying hers with a hair dryer, and you want to do that before you start brushing off the excess petals or excess flower material. Remember, you can use leaves or whatever you find. On the right hand side, I'm showing how to use the Inktense crayons or pencils you can get, and again, those will be linked down below. But I'm just embellishing my colors just a little bit with those. In other words, I'm cheating just a tad. But I really didn't need to do that. I just wanted to show y'all how it did. I wanted to tell you now too, did you remember the question I asked about the geraniums, the very vibrant red flowers? They're the ones that turned out to the purpley color that's on both mine and Jean Freda's pictures. The yellow was orangey yellow marigolds, and the green were some ferns that turned out really nicely. And Jean Freda had some other greens down at the bottom of hers. So again, you can see me also drawing mine. To use the Inktense pencils, I just colored them on my fabric a little bit, then I wet the area with a Q-tip, and then I smeared it around, then I dried it. This video shows Jean Freda using the Pigma pen to add detail to her flowers and leaves.
Loosey-goosey outlining.
Image shows me using the Pigma pen to add details to my flowers and leaves. And here it is after the details, or a lot of them, have been added. So for anyone who likes to do machine thread painting, this is a perfect time to do it on these projects. This image just shows Jean Freda trimming up her design so that it'll fit nicely in the frame that she's going to put it in when she gets home. Notice she's using a rotary cutter and a ruler.
So I decided to use this fabric to put a border around this after I trimmed it. So now I'm cutting the border strips out of this fabric.
So Jean Freda's is finished, and I'm still cutting out the border strips for mine. Notice mine's a lot smaller. I'm just going to make a small quilt block to hang on the wall. I'm not going to frame mine. In a second, we'll show you both finished projects. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, I can't wait to do my second one. The first one's always a trial for me, and then my second one usually turns out exactly like I like it to. But I'm pretty happy with this one, and I can't wait to hang it on my wall. So again, thanks for joining me. Check out my links below, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.